Well, good Tuesday afternoon to ya. It's Dan. I want to welcome everyone to my home, the Sticks. Hope everybody's having a show enough good Tuesday and a good start to a new week. But over here in East Central Mississippi, yep, still waiting on the rain. Just ain't come yet. Before we get started on today's video, I always like to say that if you are new to the channel, I want to welcome you. And if you returning just to see what old Dan's got going on over her, I sure enough thank you for coming back. What I want to share with you and y'all today is we're going to go in this shop and I want to show you and y'all the portable dryer that I use over here to dry my clothes. Give me a second and that's what I'm finna show you. Well, that right there is a Panda dryer. It is the Panda206ET. That's the model number on this dryer, and it runs off of 110. So the thing about it is, and of course everything's got pros and cons, but I did a whole bunch of research on this dryer before I went ahead and bought it. For one, it's 110. Your normal dryer normally runs off of 220 volt. This runs off of standard 110. And it takes a little bit longer to dry your clothes. A good thing about the dryer, it is sure enough portable. I'm gonna take you over here and just show you the dryer and just give you a basic layout of all of the functions that it has. This dryer is all digital. It doesn't have any dials on it that you turn. Everything is digitally controlled with buttons. And I'll tell you why I went with what I went with. Let's go check it out. So we turn this guy on and everything is digital. It has several functions on it. It's got a bulky mode, a smart mode, and this is your time and the temp. And this machine actually has a wrinkle guard function. And what the wrinkle guard function is, within the last 2 or 3 minutes of the cycle, the actual drum will stop and reverse its rotation several times just to stop the wrinkling. I've never used it because never had to use it. And of course you got your power button and your pause and start button. What's really cool is a time function. You can start at 30 minutes, 1 hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, and it goes back to 30 minutes. The temperature, of course, is high, medium, and a air dry, and it's controlled by that. You notice I'm just rubbing my finger over this thing. So that's one of the reasons why I went with this, because I like the touch controls. And bulky mode, I've never used bulky mode. Up it goes to 2 hours and 30 minutes on bulky mode. Smart mode, I don't know what that is. I've never used smart mode either. I just always go with time, normally about 1 hour and 30 minutes, and temperature on high depending on what it is that I'm drying. I hit the start button, and now it's drying. Of course you can pause it, you can open it up, check on your clothes. It's got a nice stainless steel drum, and we're just going to shut it off because I don't have anything to dry. But one of the really neat features of this dryer is, again, it is 13.2 pounds that you can dry in this machine. I don't really know what 13.2 pounds of clothes is, because I guess you'd have to weigh it. I don't just load the thing down. Normally I'll dry, 5 or 6 work shirts and 2 pairs of pants, and it does just fine. So. But the capacity is 13.2 pounds. On the inside of this drum is a really neat lint catchment system, and I'm going to show you that. I washed some clothes over the weekend and I dried them, and I didn't clean this lint filter because I wanted to show you how it works. And all it is basically you just reach in there and grab this thing and pull it out. Well, one piece is supposed to stay with the other, but it actually comes in 3 pieces. Let's go check that out. Okay, when you pull it out of the machine, it sits in there this way, and when you pull it out, it goes in 3 pieces. You have like a fine filter, cloth filter, and then you have the secondary filter, and just the top housing on it. I like this filter system, and it just goes to show you how well it collects lint. See? This third filter, which actually sits on the back housing of the machine itself, it's a fine filter, and they suggest that you use a vacuum cleaner and just lightly pull the lint off of it and try not to tear it. Haven't had any problems with the lint filter as of yet. So that's the lint catchment system on it. The machine also has a secondary lint filter. I'll show that to you next. And I also want to show you how I actually vent this machine and why I vent it the way I vent it. So let's go look at that now. Here is the secondary lint catchment, and it doesn't have a filter or anything on it, but they suggest that you pull this thing off and just clean it with a vacuum cleaner if you have to. I don't, the clothes that I wash doesn't have all that much lint, so I just pull it off and look at it every week or so or something like that, every second load of clothes that I dry. I also got a really nifty front door. It's pretty cool. It's just a cool machine, period. So how I have this machine vented is it's got a 4-inch dryer vent, and it goes into this contraption right here, and this is actually just a lint catch is all it is. When the dryer runs, it vents off into this water right here and catches all the lint, supposedly, instead of it flying all around the house. And this is an indoor venting system for this 110 electric dryer. Can't use that type of venting system for a gas dryer or a 220 dryer. Just not going to work. There's a lot of options of how to vent these small 110 dryers. Of course, you could always vent it outside if you wanted to. I just vent mine inside because I leave windows open, I leave the doors open, and it doesn't just get smoking hot running the dryer in my shop. So it's working out really, really good. I may down the road go to a filtered, indoor filtered system, but since this is working, it ain't broke, so I ain't gonna fix it. A lot of questions that people ask about these small portable dryers is, can you use dryer sheets in these dryers, specifically this Panda? Yes, you can. You can use dryer sheets, but the only thing that you can't do is you cannot vent it indoors. You have to put your vent outside to use the dryer sheets. I guess because once the dryer sheets heat up, there's chemicals that are released, and you don't want that in the air, especially someplace where you're going to be breathing it. So it needs to be vented outside, and yes, you can use dryer sheets. You just got to vent it outside. Dan, how much did that dryer cost? Well, I bought that dryer on Amazon. It was $338 shipped, free shipping, and I received the dryer, I want to say 2 to 3 days after I purchased it. Another thing that a lot of folks complained about was damage to the dryer when they received it. Again, I must have lucked out, or my UPS guy that delivers my stuff is real careful with the stuff that he delivers. Mine came in with no damage whatsoever to it. Another thing about this machine worth noting is, and I haven't been able to find it in the owner's manual that came with the dryer, but when I run this dryer, for some strange reason, every 5 minutes the dryer stops and it rotates in the opposite direction. I was thinking that was part of the wrinkle guard function, but I don't have the wrinkle guard function set on it. So I don't know, I guess that's a good thing because my clothes are never wrinkled whenever I pull it out the dryer. So there you have it. It is just a brief rundown on the portable dryer that I use over here at my home in the sticks. It pairs really, really good with the Black & Decker portable washing machine. Couldn't be more happier with the way that this dryer functions. Just takes a little bit longer to dry clothes, but it does the same thing. Haven't really seen a big, huge spike in my electricity bill, and I've been running this dryer probably for about a month, the same amount of time that I've been using the washing machine. So again, I hope everybody's having a Show Enough Good Tuesday, and I hope everybody's being safe amid this crisis we still, unfortunately, have going on. If you like this video, go on and give it a thumbs up, they help. If you haven't subscribed to the Home and Sticks channel, Lord of mercy, y'all need to come on over here, give old Dan a look, because I'm always doing stuff. With that being said, you know what's coming. Dan Referee Show Enough, always gonna say it. Don't let nobody dull your shine. And I mean nobody. You sure enough get your shine on. Be you. It's important. And Dan will see you and y'all in the next video.